Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. I remember when Mary came here with her husband and her son. They were such a beautiful family.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
The power of the Lord commands you! Give us strength!
sake, stupid beast! Murdering bastard!
I order you to step back! No rest for the wicked! Ah! 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 Ah!
Over there! There's one of them. Ah! It ain't human! Kill it! It ain't human! Kill it! See them fancy clothes? This one's a bird! I'll take its head!
So Prewen never left Doris's theater after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
Filthy murdering bastard! The power of the Lord commands you!
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Oh, smells like rotten meat. Once near, I know it. Best stuff. Crush the leech, boys! Done! I've got done! It's a leech! Kill it! We have to stop it! Over there! There's one of them vermin! Vampyr brothers! Remember your voice, friend!
This is no place for you, sir.
It's locked. Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind. I should find the key to that box.
Steady, boys! He's dead! Die, leech!
I have it. I can now open the box.
Have no fear, brother.
I cannot enter. I really don't know if I should read this. Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, What happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Geoffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
To prove him wrong, I let him go.
Really? Are you sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I think Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
Why would the Guard of Priwen believe you and I...
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
What can you tell me?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Why would he desert?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's...
Why is the Guard of Priwen...
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his...
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to...
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at...
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say,
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theater. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across...
I only briefly...
My point exactly. The disease turned her...
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never...
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
Right, I admit it. I boldly ventured into experimental realms, but I've killed no one to appease my thirst for knowledge, Jonathan. I'm no murderer.
I never asked to become what I am, Edgar. You chose to conduct your rogue experiments.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Yes, Edgar, you're about to die. I won't say it's fair, but I can't say you don't deserve it.
Your words hurt deeply, Jonathan. But they come from a friend. I helped you, remember?
Yes, I remember.
The second I saw you in that bar, I knew we would accomplish great things, you and I.
I thought you were a vampire, till you brandished that cross.
You looked so lost when you opened that door. For a few seconds, I thought you were there to kill me.
I think we were both afraid.
And now, I feel true fear. Is there an afterlife? What will become of me when I'm dead, Dr. Reed?
I really cannot say, Dr. Swansea.
In the end, life betrays us all.
Return at a more convenient time. So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
Over there!
Good evening, old chap.
I won't.
Do you need...
It's a little...
What can I say?
I hope we took...
You need some... Good evening, Miss Teasdale.
Dr. Reed. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my
What do you do for a living?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something.
What do you intend?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want...
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
What can you tell me about...
I've never really liked this part of town.
What exactly don't you like?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like...
What can you tell me?
Never heard of him. He a big shot or something? Never interested in...
You seem to cherish...
Dad was the best. He kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. He would have liked it.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now.
Louise, tell me what you really think about...
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could...
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing...
Goodbye, Miss...
Why can't I forgive you, Father?
Good evening.
Can I help?
Do you need my
I don't need your help, specifically.
I have no doubt about it.
All right, then. But please leave me alone.
Goodbye.
Please leave me husbands were telling the truth all along. Nobody takes them seriously.
This one's mine! Fear no evil! We do the Lord's
It's on it! It's on it! Bloody fucking... Stupid newborn! You're bleeding! You cannot win this! Steady, boys! Strong, brother! It's too strong! Shit, that leads you!
Good evening, Jonathan Reed.
Have you any news?
What was his last thought?
How do you measure the
I
amount?
told you. The cards all...
Is it possible to...
A vampire's fate is much more delicate.
All right.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope.
I would rather... How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the...
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about...
She was no longer the sister I knew. She had changed. Hateful and bitter.
She returned as a force of evil, Jonathan. In putting an end to her misery, you also protected...
May I ask you...
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of...
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secrets.
So you're not just a club?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
How do you...
I told you.
Is it possible?
Vampires...
I found your notebook. The one that...
And you brought it back to me.
Yes. I give it back.
Then, my friend, you deserve a little something to reward...
What's in the notebook?
I can't answer you, Jonathan, since you chose not to open...
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely... Perhaps London will survive the epidemic, but I see... terrible trials awaiting in the future.
Support the equality between men and women.
Easy does it, boys. Let's deal with this first.
Hello again.
Jonathan, back already. Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for...
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye.
There are rumors of abductions in the West End at night. They can't be true. Yes, Mr.
Avery, I finally deciphered my father's puzzle. Among other things, I found his watch. I'd really like you to have it.
I can't accept this gift, sir.
Yes, you can, Avery. You deserve it.
I thank you, sir.
Do you need...
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Of course.
Oh, my dear. How are you tonight?
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! He's dead!
It's locked.
Look lively! It's one of them! Oh my god! We have to stop it!
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
He was mortally wounded. I put an end to his misery.
That is terrible, Jonathan. And yet you did what you must. The poor man.
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skal epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he...
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought...
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was in...
Then we have no choice.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but... do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth! Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know
Don't
where
come
to find
closer,
what
sir.
I need.
It ain't human! Kill it! This one's mine! An inch! An inch!
Whose blood could be purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a drop.
Sir, you are not welcome.
These leaflets were telling the truth all along.
I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
How dare you interfere with... Ah!
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is more important than the club, you or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
I cannot enter. I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Step away, sir. I said go back home!
Filthy murdering bastard! Stop!
It's locked, all right. There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu. If McCullum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found a vital ingredient of my recipe.
This is not a place for you. Look lively! It's on to us! Get them weapons ready! We found one!
I'll kill it! Crush the leech, boys! Back in the... Its head! Fight for this!
Good evening, vampire hunter.
Are you here to end me, Leech? You'll find I will not be killed easily.
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The Guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more.
I have found the carrier, McCullum. The infection's source. It may be science or some supernatural power that's responsible for all this. But I will harness either or both to end the epidemic.
A vampire doctor. My God, you're a terrifying creature. Jonathan Emmett Reed.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Were both your parents?
Yes. And yet worse.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Prewin. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill.
What will the Guard of Prewin do now? Will you stop the Great Hunt?
Yes. But we shall continue to protect innocents from beasts like you and your red-headed friend.
How long have you known Lady Ashbury? Where is she?
We saw you meeting her, so of course we investigated.
Like me?
I am indebted to you for sparing me at Pembroke. But this won't always be the case. I'm no coward like those St. Paul's Stowe brothers.
Adieu.
Until we meet again.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.